Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Land of the Goblins quest. Now, for this quest you need the following requirements. So you must have completed these quests: Another Slice of Ham, Death to the Dorgushan, the Lost Tribe, Goblin Diplomacy, the Giant Dwarf, the Dig Site, and the Fishing Contest quests. As for skill requirements, you'll need level 30 Prayer, level 36 Agility and Fishing, both of these can be boosted, level 36 Thieving, and level 37 Herblore, which may be boosted, and you need to kill 5 foes up to level 36. That's it for the requirements. Now onto the items. You'll need an unfinished Toadflax potion, Goblin mail, a yellow dye, blue dye, orange dye, and purple dye. You'll need some black mushroom ink, which is obtainable during the quest. You'll want to bring an empty vial for this. A Whitefish, which again is obtainable during the quest, and I'll show you where to get that. 5 coins, a raw slimy eel, and a light source. That's it for the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Lumbridge Lodestone, which can be accessed via the Lodestone network. Now we'll be going to a few different Lodestones during this quest, and if you don't have full access to the Lodestone network, I've got a guide in the description below just to help speed up this quest. It's worthwhile having them all active. From here, the quest starting point is where most of them are for this series of quests, which is in the Dorgushan Mines, located under Lumbridge Kitchen cellar. So what you need to do is head to the Lumbridge Kitchen from where we are now and climb down the trapdoor. You've then got the hole in the wall which you can climb through, and then there's the cave goblin who you can follow to the entrance of the Dorgushan Mines. When you get there, you'll find Grubfoot, the tiny goblin from Goblin Village, and you want to speak to him. He's trying to gain access to Dorgushan Khan and to talk to Zanic. However, Miss Stag tells him surface goblins are not allowed into the city. The council made an agreement to let humans from the surface inside, but no agreement such as the goblins. Tell Miss Stag that you will take responsibility for him and he'll let you and him enter the city. So once you go through the main gates, you want to take Grubfoot to Zanic, who can be found in Old Axe workshop, which is in the very northwest part of Dorgushan Khan. Don't worry about him having to stay close to you, as he sort of teleports if you run too far. When you reach Zanic, you want to speak to her with Grubfoot, and he will tell you that he had a dream of the distant land called Yu-biusk, which is the home to the goblins, and that Zanic, the chosen commander, must lead them. The chosen commander is a goblin who is prophesied by a hope spear to save the goblin race by leading them to Yu-biusk. Grubfoot believes a secret lost temple to the Big High War God located far to the west is the key to this new land, and the priests know the way to Yu-biusk. So Oldak will realise that a cave system is located in that area and will use a sphere to teleport you there. Grubfoot can't go as he must go back to Goblin Village before the generals miss him. So you will appear in the Goblin Cave with Zanic. You want to head northwest until you reach the entrance of a temple. You'll run past a few different enemies, and you'll find it's blocked by 2 goblin guards. Now near the 2 goblin guards you will notice some black mushrooms near the stairs leading into the temple, and you want to pick one and grind the mushroom with an empty vial in your inventory to produce some black mushroom ink, which you're going to need later. And also, if you haven't got any goblin mail, you have got some more goblins in the area you can kill for that. Talk to the guards and they will allow Zanic to pass, but not you since you are not a goblin, and you'll have to find another way to enter. Now, if you went back and spoke to Oldak, he'll tell you to go speak to the Makeover Mage for a disguise, but you don't actually have to worry about doing that, so we're going to just head straight to the Makeover Mage. So either go to the Valador Lodestone and then go to the Crumbling Wall on the west side to climb over, or alternatively go to the Port Sarim Lodestone and keep running northwest past the clan camp until you reach the Makeover Mage. It's just located north of the Crafting Guild as well, just to help you locate that. So, talking to the mage, they will explain that you'll need to make a goblin transmorphication potion out of Toadflax and Pharmacos berries. The mage will provide the berries, so it may be a good idea to get a spare in case you miss any steps later on, but it's up to you. Obviously, you'll need double the ingredients if that is the case. Once you've made the potion, which you obviously use with your Toadflax potion and berries, you want to unequip everything and head back to the Goblin Cave. Now, the easiest way to get there is if you go to the Ardone Lodestone via the Lodestone network. And once you arrive, keep heading north and then you'll eventually reach the cave entrance, which is just near the Fishing Guild. Now once you're in the cave, you can drink the potions to turn into a goblin, and you can choose which sort of style you want to look at. However, don't make the mistake I did, because the enemies in this area are aggressive, and if they hit you, you'll turn back into a human, wasting a dose of your potion. So don't drink it until you get near where the Goblin Temple entrance was. So if you keep heading all the way north through the cave until you get to the area where you and Zanic split up. Once you're there, drink the potion and choose any goblin form you like, and the goblin guards will now let you pass, recognising you as one of their kin. You get to choose your very own goblin name at this point as well, as the guards will try to guess it. You will now be inside the temple. You want to talk to the High Priest on the north, and you will learn that Zanic has been thrown into the tribe jail for causing a ruckus. To gain access, you need to dye your goblin mail with the black mushroom ink. So literally use your black mushroom ink on the goblin mail and that will turn it black, and then you want to equip the black mail to disguise yourself as one of those tribe members, as each tribe is recognised by a different colour, and you'll now be allowed to pass the guard who is in the northeast part of the temple. Once you're in that tribe area, go to the end of the chamber and talk to Zanic. Ask her how you can rescue her, and you'll learn that the goblins confiscated her moving over distance sphere and put it in a crate across the room. You just need to simply search the crate nearby and retrieve the sphere, and now give it to Zanic, and she'll teleport back to Yu-biusk and remind you that you're now on your own. So once you've freed her, you want to head back to the High Priest we spoke to a minute ago and ask about Yu-biusk. The High Priest wants you to learn the knowledge about the Big High War God before he speaks of Yu-biusk, and you must answer his questions with the correct reply. So I will tell you what all the answers are to the questions. So, those who do not believe in the Big High War God, whether they are goblins or other races, must die, which is true. When you're asked, oh why, the Big High War God commands it, and all enemies must die. He will then ask, Big High War God chose goblins to be his race because goblins are mighty warriors. The answer to that is false, and when he asks why, goblins were not mighty warriors before he chose us. Goblin leaders should be good at planning in order to win battles. That's false, and when asked why, that's one of the commandments, not to make own plans, thinkers must die. The prophecy saw someday Big High War God send Chosen Commander. What Chosen Commander do? And the answer to that is lead goblins to victory over the whole world. After you pass the test, the High Priest will answer all questions, and he will tell you that a deceased prophet named Snothead knows the way to Yu-biusk. However, he is dead and you can only talk to his spirit in the crypts, an area restricted to ordinary goblins. To gain access to the crypt, you must pickpocket one key from each of the priests of the 6 tribes. Now this is the part where you're going to need a different coloured armour. Now seeing as you've already got your goblin mail black, you want to start by pickpocketing the priest of the black tribe, which is the room we was in a minute ago where we rescued Zanic. So you want to go back through that room and pickpocket the priest until you receive the relevant key. Now one of the colours we need to turn the goblin dye is white, which you can only get by bleaching it. So what we need to now do is leave the goblin cave to find out how to bleach our armour, and we can also collect the other dyes if you don't already have them. So to find out how to get white dye, we need to go speak to Aggie in Drainer Village, so teleport to the Drainer Village Lodestone. And then if you head towards where the town is, you'll see Aggie, who is in sort of the central house. You want to talk to her, who will tell you about black and white dyes, and she will say that you need to catch a raw slimy eel and use it as bait at the fishing spot in Herblore, and that's where we did the fishing contest quest, which is obviously why this is a requirement. Now you should have your raw slimy eel with you already, however if you haven't bought one and you just want to catch one, you'll need to go to the Lumbridge Swamp Dungeon. However, I highly recommend buying it from the Grand Exchange to save time. Once you have the slimy eel, you need to go to the fishing contests area. Now the quickest way to get there is to go to the Sears Village Lodestone via the Lodestone network. Once you're there, keep heading south or west until you reach Herblore, and you'll see the entrance to where the fishing contest is. You should remember it from the quest. You'll be allowed to enter since you already won the competition before, but only after you've spoken to Aggie about the white dye. In order to use the option, I need to catch a Herblore whitefish. You then want to catch a whitefish with this raw slimy eel as bait, and if you bring that back to Aggie with 5 coins, she will decolour your black goblin mail into white. So I'll speak to you in a moment when you've done that. So once you have the white dye and you've turned your goblin mail white, you then want to head back to the cave goblin area where the tribe was. So go back to the Ardone Lodestone and then head to the cave from there. Once you're back at the cave, once again go all the way north to the temple entrance, drink your goblin potion again so you can re-enter the temple, and now you can wear the white armour to go inside the relevant tribe. So the white goblin mail is to get you in the west room for the Saragorgak tribe. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but never mind. You can see what colour each tribe is by the flag outside all the rooms, but like I said, it's in the west room. You want to go through there and pickpocket the priest until you got the relevant key. And then obviously you've now got 4 dies left and 4 rooms left to obtain the other keys. So what I will do, you can do this in any order you like. I'll just tell you which colour dies for what room. Like I said, just make sure you have got the black and white keys. Otherwise, if you recolour your die now, you're going to have to obviously redo it again, the whole step again to get the white armour. So for the blue Goblin male, that is in the east room for the Echelation tribe. Orange Goblin male is required for the southeast corner for the Narragoshan tribe. Purple Goblin male is required for the southwest corner for the Horogofgar tribe, and yellow Goblin male is required for the northwest corner for the Yurgaloko tribe. Like I said, you want to go in each one of those rooms with the relevant coloured armour and pickpocket the priest, and in the end you should now have 6 keys, one each from all the different tribes, which you can use to go into the crypt. So once you have all 6 keys, you can now enter the crypt, which is the big door in the north. You'll see a little cutscene of you opening it and going inside. Once inside, you need to prepare for battle by equipping weapons and armour, which will change you from goblin to human form, but you're safe in here. What you need to do is go to the first grave to the left and say the name of the prophet, and he will come out from the ground and start to attack you. I have noticed if you've got revolution on, sometimes when the dialogue comes up for you to speak to them, you might end up hitting them again and have to re-kill them, but they're really low levels, so you shouldn't have much difficulty doing this anyway. When you've beaten him, ask where Yu-biusk is located, and he will tell you that he does not know, but his ancestor might. Ask for the name of the ancestor, and then you want to go to the grave on the opposite side and speak that name. You'll then be attacked by another priest, and again you need to beat him and get the same questions. So basically you need to do this zigzag pattern until you have beaten the remaining 3 prophets. They get a little bit stronger each time, but they're all pretty easy, so you shouldn't take long to kill them. You'll eventually get taken to the last priest, who is on the grave at the very end, and he'll summon 4 level 14 Goblins. However, they can be avoided as it's only him who needs focusing on, but you can kill them if you wish. Once you've killed the final Goblin Strongbones, speak to him and he'll tell you the location of Yu-biusk. So, after you've obtained the location of Yu-biusk, try to exit the room and you'll be caught and thrown out of the Goblin Temple, and now you need to return to Dorgish Khan and speak with Zanic, who is found in Oldak's workshop. So you should remember how to get there, as we did that at the beginning of the guide, so I'll speak to you once you're there. Once you're back in Oldak's workshop, tell Zanic and Oldak what you have learned from the priest, and Oldak tells you that they have found a fairy ring south of the city, and after analysing it, he finds out that it contains traces of elements similar to that which are found in lore runes, and the 3 of you decide to use the fairy ring to try and open a portal to Yu-biusk. So what we need to do now is head to the fairy ring, which is a very far south side of Dorgish Khan, near where the agility course is. So you want to keep heading south as far as you can. You'll need to climb up a couple of staircases here and there, but eventually you'll reach a sort of cave area, and then what you need to do is climb down the Dorgish Khan ladder near the agility course to get on the cave area. So once you're in the agility cave area, you want to look for the transportation icon on the mini-map, and you'll see Zanic and Oldak just near there. Talk to him and he'll ask you to adjust the machine by allotting power to each ring. Now there's a formula you need to use to actually work out what the answer is for the machine, but I will just tell you the combination, as it's just so much easier. So the combination for the machine is 941, which you can adjust by using the interface. So like I say, going from left to right, 941. Once you activate the machine, you'll be automatically teleported to Yu-biusk. You then will see a little cutscene of you arriving, and then you want to walk northwest until you get to some short walls surrounding a strange box. Oldak will warn you that you need to return fast, but keep walking. Zanic will notice the box and ask you to help her open it. Upon opening it, a cutscene will take place where Zanic is sucked into it, but the portal is closing and you have no way to save Zanic. You rush back to Oldak so you can teleport, and you'll be returned to his workshop. After you make it back from Yu-biusk, Oldak will tell you hopefully there'll be an opportunity to be able to save Zanic, but at this time you cannot, and it will come up, congratulations, you've completed the Land of the Goblins quest. You're awarded 1 quest point, 3,000 experience in agility, herblore, thieving, fishing, Strength and Prayer. You'll get access to the Goblin Temple, which is where we went earlier on, going into the different tribes. Access to Yu-biusk using the fairy rings if you've unlocked them. Ability to buy moving over distance spheres that transports you to the Goblin Cave. The ability to make Goblin potions. Access to the Bandos gravestone, which you can get by talking to the sculptor in Keldagrim. Ability to access the beacon located near Goblin Village, west of Ice Mountain. 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So overall, pretty easy quest, just a bit of like puzzle solving, with obviously doing the different colours to gain access to the tribes. However, obviously this is another part of the Goblin series. This will now let you do the kind of finale of the Goblin series, which is the Chosen Commander, but also this unlocks a mini quest which is called Hope Spear's Will. It has a few different requirements, but it allows you to get a load of different prayer experience rewards, which is pretty good. When I have the requirements to complete that mini quest, there'll be a link for that in the description below, which you can then complete to get some easy prayer experience. But yeah, I don't think you'll run into any problems following my guide. However, if you do get stuck, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.